put together a national commission of bipartisan commission of scholars, constitutional scholars, Democrats, Republicans, liberal, conservative, and I will ask them to, over 180 days, come back to me with recommendations as to how to reform the court system, because it's getting out of whack.
Joe Biden suggesting changes may be on the way to the Supreme Court if he is elected president. So what could those look like? Constitutional law attorney and Fox News contributor Jonathan Turley joins us now. Jonathan, what was your takeaway from what we just heard?
Well, it's rather alarming because it's almost a form of enablement by commission. What Vice President Biden is referring to are a series of proposals put out by professors to fundamentally change the Supreme Court. And some of them are quite wacky. I mean, you're talking about proposals that would, in one case, this is being put forward by Pete Buttigieg, just go ahead and select 5 Democrats for the court, 5 Republicans, and then 5 sort of transient or temporary justices. That's the type of proposal that is being batted around in addition to court packing. And recently, a Harvard professor sort of said the quiet part out loud. He told his readers that they don't have to worry about the Republicans retaliating with their own court packing scheme, because they could also change the political system and guarantee the Republicans will not win another election. And he said that's the reason we have to change the court, so they don't strike down those changes. I mean, it's perfectly bizarre.
You know, you're writing about this in a piece in The Hill, Jonathan, titled, "Here are the worst proposals to reform the Supreme Court." In it, you write this: "I am not opposed to the reform of the Supreme Court, but the commission is not about reform. It is about schemes to achieve partisan outcomes on the bench. Biden offers the institution as a vehicle for the frustration of the 30% of his base, which demands extreme measures to satiate their anger." Tell us more, Jonathan.
Well, unfortunately, much of our political system has been directed by the extreme elements of both parties, and the rest of us in the middle are left just watching agape. You know, there is this great frustration among many Democratic voters over the Merrick Garland controversy, and now this vote shortly before the election. And they're even calling this vote a form of court packing, which is legally and logically incomprehensible. I mean, this is not court packing, it's filling a vacancy according to the constitutional system. You can disagree with it, you can disagree with the nominee, but you can't call it court packing. But what this commission seems designed to do is to give a form of enablement to Vice President Biden and the Democrats. But what's also worrisome is that when you look at what they're saying that if Judge Barrett is confirmed today, that will give them license to tear apart one of the most important institutions in the country. It's like kids saying, step over this line, and if you do, then I have a right to fight you.
Jonathan, on our screen right now is the president's motorcade. It is arriving Joint Base Andrews.